as woods, which won't hurt anything. And then we'll take this one, we'll add another one over here, and another one over here, another one over here, and this whole section will be Forester's Lodge. And then we'll build stockpiles in the center just to be able to transfer them over, and we won't have to worry about it. So like I said, it's really just about building everything and get everything functioning to the point where we can continue on, because we're already way past 150 people in total, not adults, but in total. We're at 174 people right now. Which is awesome. We're almost at the place where I would feel comfortable adding a school in, and I'm not talking about adding a school in right now. I'm talking about we're almost at a point where I feel comfortable adding a school in if I were to take this number and smash them together and add 30 more people on top of that. So with that being said, that's where we're at. And I'm also going to add a gatherer's hut right here, just because it's not going to hurt and it's going to give us another way to make food. So we'll leave that alone and not really touch it, and just kind of let the gatherers collect, or not gatherers collect, we'll let them build that, and then we'll adjust it in the future. And as soon as this pasture is set up, we'll go ahead and split a pasture over to be able to use whatever livestock we want. And right now we're really just waiting for the livestock trader to come so we can order some cattle from him, and then we'll probably end up trying to build some pastures to empty the sheep off from this one into another one to be able to switch the sheep and the cattle, which, you know, like I said, we will go ahead and just see what happens and then go from there. But I'm not really worried about anything. Trade, what does he have? Iron tools, logs, and wool. He has wool, so we're gonna go ahead and pause here. We'll pause, come here, add the 162 wool he has, hit enter. We'll take all 200 of your logs, and then so you got 8, so 400. Let's go 100 tools. No, that's wrong. 50 tools. 50. There it is. So we'll go 51. 51 tools. And we're up trading by 2 units. That's fine. 51 tools, that brings up to 100 tools, plus giving us extra firewood, which is fine. Like I said, the trader is really all about using him to your advantage, ordering stuff from him. We'll go ahead and hit firewood and iron, stone, steel, iron, logs, and we'll use that, and we'll hit every visit from him. That way, every visit he comes, he brings those things to us, and even coal too. So we'll leave that alone. We're at 140 people right now, so we have 9 laborers, guys. 9. We're gonna leave everything alone. We're getting more stone because we're moving further down in the map. We're able to start progressing further. We have another forester's lodge. That forester's lodge is gonna start really working for us. The pastures are going, everything's looking beautiful. We have another pasture getting ready to be constructed. We have all those logs from the purchase we just made that we can use for everything else we need. Like we said, we'll go ahead and add 4 more people to the foresters lodges just so we have extra people. We got 5 more laborers in case people die. And really the only things that we're having to shy away from, and not so much shy away from, what I would say we don't need right now, is the miners and stone cutters, which if we run back up here, obviously the stone cutters and the miners at some point in time, if you can see right here, it says percentage remaining. The percentage remaining is the amount of items left in this current area to be able to be mined and harvested to add to our overall collection and storage. So once these are emptied, we'll have to move these to another location and continue on, which does mean moving them entirely from their place and putting them somewhere else, using the place to further our area. So what will happen here is that these items or these areas will be turned into nothing, and then our building will pretty much be finished off by these being moved somewhere where they weren't able to be used before. We're going to add sheep here. We can have 17 there. So pretty much what we have to do right now, we're in autumn. We're going to split the small stock. I don't want to split the big one because it's too many sheep, and I don't want to run into the issues of having to deal with them not being able to prosper. I just want to make sure everything's taken care of. So I'm just trying to fill out everything. Obviously we have everything we need right now, and I split all the pastures so that the smaller pastures are the ones that take the hit, and the bigger pastures are either filled or partially filled. So now we need 2 more people in pastures, which is fine. So 55 of our 142 adults are farmers or pastures, which a fifth of the population being the farmers is kind of reasonable if you think about it. You really think about real life, the amount of people who are farmers and the amount of land that gets farmed is probably really close or more than what that percentage is. So you just really don't think about it. So with that being said, you know, I'm not trying to rush anything, I'm not trying to go crazy, just, you know, keeping up with everything and letting everything do its own, you know, work. And then, you know, like I said, we're building this crop field over here so that we don't have to worry about it. And this is being built, or not being built, being filled. And I know this is a little crazy. Gonna build another one right there. One more storage barn. Use the space we have. Don't want it to go too crazy. I know I said that previously, I'm saying it again right now, but I'm trying to take care of everything so that we don't have to worry about it later. And adding another one of these storage barns, from what I seen earlier, we had an issue where we ran into a cluster of we were producing too much food for the storage barns to fill, At this point in time, we're not really going to be building any more homes. So we have hit our cap of people, if you so call it that, to where the cap of people will be evening out how many adults and children we have right now, up until the point where we can keep up with all the rest of the resources, and the rest of the resources continue up to where we have our desired firewood right now to 1,500. We only have 30. So what I want to do is be able to keep up with that amount we need, and to do so we need to pretty much run through some winters we don't have to bring any more firewood in, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We probably do need one more wood cuttery just to continue off the amount of wood cutters we have. It's not anything big, it's not an issue, you know, having to bring another wood cutter in to keep up with the amount of firewood is fine. We're talking about, I think probably 4, maybe even 5 episodes now, me talking about the woodcutters. Every 20 people, I need one woodcutter. We're at 140 adults. I have 5 woodcutters, so we're a little behind woodcutter wise is concerned. It's not affected us too much at this point in time, but at some point in time it will, and we'll probably just want to go ahead and build one more woodcutter. Go ahead and adjust everything over, build them right beside the other one. That way they're right next to each other and we don't have to worry about too much. The least we have to worry about, the better, obviously. So that's the biggest thing right now. I think in this recording we'll hit 150 people, which will be awesome. 150 people is amazing. We have 7 laborers, guys. There were times where we didn't have any laborers and we were struggling, throwing people back and forth. Now we have farmers filled out. We have foresters filled out. We have plenty of iron. We have plenty of everything. We are in great standings. So with all that being said, really the only thing we have to check is just the pastures and making sure the amount of people in the pastures is taken care of. We'll also go ahead, and I think what we're going to do is empty this pasture. We'll change this to chickens, and we will split the chickens. I know it's a little weird, but this pasture, and this pasture makes sense for sheep. This little pasture and everything else doesn't really make sense for chickens, or make sense for sheep. Chickens does make sense, so I'm just switching. That way we don't have to worry about it. Then obviously the gatherer's hut. Once that's done, we'll throw the 3 people directly into the gatherer's hut, which is awesome. To be able to throw them into the gatherer's hut is amazing. The hunter's cabin, like I said, we'll have to build another hunter's cabin out here and another hunter's cabin out here to keep up with the food consumption at some point in time, but that will be way later and we're not stressed about that right now. Like I said, before this recording is up, all of these pastures should be just about filled, minus this one, which does take 40 chickens to fill up, which is crazy to think of. 40 chickens in one little pasture. In real life, that's not that ridiculous, but in this game, it is kind of crazy. So That's plenty of food for quite a bit of different things. I'm gonna have one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm not trying to hit starvation. I know we're at a point where we will have to battle starvation. I don't really want to, but obviously I don't really have a choice. So I'm going to be adding in some extra ways to feed people here. Just some extra fishing huts and so on and so forth. Obviously they have to get built first, so I'm not rushing it. And the tool, oh wow, the tool limit actually has been hit, so that's awesome. So this gatherer's hut would be something that is rather needed. And 8 laborers is ridiculous. It's awesome to see that. Plenty of chickens right here, guys. Plenty. 28. No, whoops. I hit some crazy buttons just then. Excuse me. I'm not really sure what's getting built right there. We're just kind of gonna let all that stuff happen. Obviously some people are dying of starvation right now. I'm not really sure, again, how that's happening. We definitely have more than enough food to deal with starvation problems, but, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, we built some more homes, some more people got added, so we have to deal with those issues. Along with the fact that we also added in another pasture and split off another pasture from that, so now we have I think it's 2 pastures that weren't full, so we'll go ahead and take care of it and just roll with the punches here. Quite a bit of people dying from starvation here at the end of this episode. We'll go ahead and play for about 6 to 12 more minutes here, and just kind of let the rest of these people harvest the rest of the crops. Again, I'm confused about the starvation problem when we have 1,000 count of food. So, you know, it is what it is. It's really just lack of people being able to get to their homes, which is sad, but I mean, I can't really stop those issues from happening. So I don't think we'll be able to reach that 150 count of people. We're having the, you know, the regular, oh my god, we're reaching a certain amount of people. We have to have some kind of issue happen, which right now is starvation. So you know, it is what it is. Hopefully our next customer will be food, and I'll be able to buy a whole bunch of food from them and add to our stockpile. But for right now, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do, and we'll just go ahead and take care of it as it all comes in and just kind of rock it out. And you know, we can't really complain. So alright, so we just built another crop field right there. We had a bunch of children get born, plus the amount of people we just lost in that starvation period. We just got back, so not really too worried about it. Go ahead and drop the mutton count right here. That way we can keep up with the population needs of food wise. Just until we get through winter, that'll all be taken care of. We still might get to our 150 count, which would be amazing. So I think it really is, in this game, about a third of your population needs to be farmers, which you have to take into account the children. So right now we're at 100 and, shoot me for my math right now, but 177 adult and children. So we're talking about a little over 55 people being farmers. Which right now we have 63. So 63 people are farmers, plus the extra 27 people who are still gathering food. So, like I said, I'm not entirely sure how this game is played, but we'll figure it out. I'm not too worried. 324. 160. Alright, so with that being done, we just helped our own food adjustment for the rest of the year. Okay, so like I said, with that being said, we just add another crop field. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 crop fields. We probably need 12. 12 crop fields should do it. We should get ourselves up to that point where we don't have to worry about it anymore. 12 crop fields, and you know, and we should be fine. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressing. We're really just trying to focus on getting everybody taken care of and making sure we have everything we need to have. That including iron and tools. And like I said, this is all just trying to be better at this game itself and learn the game. Obviously, we will hit a cap where we can't build any further, and we can only continue on with what we have and try to increase the efficiency of the space we have. So that will eventually hit us. There's nothing we can do about that. So like I said, guys, we're wrapping up to our end right now. At this point in time, I'm pretty sure our next goals right now are to probably build maybe 2 more pastures. I think will be something that we will be doing. 2 more pastures. Try to do some 20 by 20s, maybe 1 over here and 1 down here somewhere. We'll do 1 more forester's lodge to make that 3 buildings being built next time, and then we will do 3 more farm fields. So 3 farm fields, 2 pastures, and 1 forester's lodge should do it with the amount of people we have. We will go ahead and see what happens with that. We'll also probably do 1 more mine down here in this corner, and we'll just see where we're at. With that being said, I'm not really rushing it, and this space right here will probably also be used for another pasture. So we actually can probably see if that can be used for a pasture right now. We'll go ahead and zoom in real quick. Yeah, look at that, guys. Bam. Use that as a pasture. There's 1 more pasture for us, and it's a pretty decent pasture too. We'll go ahead and put some sheep there once we return. We'll use the sheep from this pasture right here and split it off. Like I said, just another pasture built for us, and we're kind of trying to catch up with the amount of food needed for the amount of people we have, and then just go from there. So yeah, like I said, with that being said, we'll go ahead and focus on keeping our population at 140 in the future and expanding. And obviously, like I said, at some point in time, we will kind of cap off the amount of space we have. Obviously, we have this little group down here. We can build across here. Use this little area. In here, we have some more space along this side. And then obviously all up here and all over here. But at some point in time, guys, we're gonna run out of space. So we can't be worried about space too drastically. And again, we are, the entire time throughout this gameplay, we have been playing on 5 times the speed. So at any point in time, if anybody watching the series would like to see a slower gameplay get played, I'm willing to do that. It's really just about what everybody wants to see. I'm comfortable in 5 times. I'll play it 1 time. It does not matter to me. I like the game, so in that retrospect, I'm fine with it. Alright guys, if you would like, please leave a like, comment on the video. The likes do help us and show YouTube that we are making good videos and people want to see us, and you are liking the video content. And if you want, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content that we're putting out. I'll be putting out videos every day about 7 p.m. or excuse me, 7 a.m. will be the upload time for the channel every day. There will also be extra videos, bonus videos added on top of that, but for the general aspect, we'll be trying for 7 a.m. Again, sometimes, you know, the internet goes down, so on and so forth, problems happen. It's life, guys. Everything, you know, have issues at some point in time. So with that being said, bear with me on certain days. If you don't see a video, trust me, it's coming. I'm not gonna stop, so we'll just keep cranking it out there. And you know, if you all are enjoying it, then that's all I'm asking for. So like I said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Hope you all enjoyed, and you know, see you guys back out here. Thank you.